Okay, here we go. Start with your feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward or slightly turned out, 15 to 30 degrees at most. You're going to begin by first shifting the hips backwards. After the hips move to about 15, 30 degrees, then you start to bend and shift the knees forward while they're tracking over your shoelaces, or to be more specific, the second toe. While lowering, you want to shift and keep your weight on your heels. You're engaging your abs and inhaling slowly. Your upper body will lean forward slightly. Generally, you want to be able to draw a line from your shoulders to your hips, and it would be parallel to a line drawn along your shins, ankle to knee. Let's take a look at where squats go wrong. Okay, an oldie, the head up position is usually used to help with balance issues and keep your weight over your heels while you're trying to squat deeper. But this is just a compensation for most likely poor mobility in the hip flexors and ankles, and actually causes an increase of compressive forces on your thoracic spine. Moving on to your feet turning outward excessively, anything more than 30 degrees will actually work your adductors more. And as lovely as that sounds, if you have any injuries or underlying problems, you're more likely to have your knees cave in and your feet cave in. That's just setting you up for knee trouble, particularly ACL. While it is important that most people do not squat deeper than 90 degrees and to avoid having their knees go over their toes to decrease risk of injury, there's actually a higher risk when squatting and not allowing a forward knee bend, which will cause you to have an excessive forward lean instead. The forward lean actually can cause more shear forces at the hips, which can make your lumbar spine more susceptible for injuries. What you can do is turn your feet out 15 to 30 degrees and squat while tracking your knees over the shoelaces. Or you can try elevating your heels. This is one way to work around ankle mobility issues, but it is not a permanent solution. You should be working on mobility and stability of the ankles. Maintain good form and always make sure that your movements are pain-free.